Hi, I'm Peter Holcomb. For the last 6 years, my family and I have been traveling full-time in various Winnebagos. The last year and a half, we've been in a Revel. We thought our Revel was completely perfect. We loved it. It's taken us to 20 countries in Europe and all over North America. But now there's a new kid on the block, the 2021 Revel, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed with some of these upgrades, and I can't wait to show them to you. I've dreamed all of my life about traveling to wild, amazing, beautiful places. And part of that is not only getting there, but it's having a quality experience while you're there. The 2021 Revel allows me to go to these amazing places and have everything I need and spend quality time there. One of the really nice features of a Winnebago Revel is that it's built on the Sprinter 4x4 chassis. That's what gets you there. That's what gets you in these wild places. It's super durable. Very comfortable. Another nice feature is the diesel heating system. So there's no more chasing around looking for propane stations that are to fill your tanks. Now, as long as you have diesel in your tank, you have heat once you get back to wherever it is you're camping. It also has ample storage for all of your gear and the toys you want to bring around, because like all of us, we're going out to these places to do something, and to do that we need to bring those things with us. So it has storage to bring those. It's also just such an easy and nimble to drive vehicle. It's short, but it still is spacious, and it allows us to really be comfortable in these wild places. It also has 200 watts of solar on the roof. That's really nice when you're off the grid in these wild places and you want to keep your batteries topped up and maybe you aren't driving for a couple of days. Another nice feature is you can go to any Winnebago dealer and probably find one of these on the lot ready to go. You can drive out of there on a Friday night and go have an adventure Saturday and Sunday. That's pretty special in the adventure van world. Also, the Revel it's like 90% there of anything you want to do with it. So it leaves, what I mean by that is it leaves the ability for you to customize it and turn it into anything you want to suit your own specific needs. In our case, I'm a whitewater kayaker, so I added a roof rack on top of the factory roof rack that allows me to carry my kayaks. So with one small little addition, now it's ready to roll and ready to go on my specific adventures. So here we are on the passenger side of the Revel van. A lot of it looks very similar to like you would imagine, but there are some subtle upgrades that I'm really excited about. One is they moved the area light here. It used to be kind of behind the door and the door blocked it a little bit. Now it's on the front, it's wide open, and with a flip of a switch here, you can light up your whole porch area for at night. That is really nice. We still have the running board lights underneath the running board. There's another switch here on the side, easy to access as you're loading and unloading gear and hanging out around your campsite. Something else I'm really excited about is the roll-up screens. These have been in the last year or two models, but this is a really nice screen. You can come up here and deploy this door covering. It rolls down, and then with two zippers, it zips down and lets air in but keeps mosquitoes out. There is a magnetic closure here, or a magnetic door, so you can still get in and out real easy, and when you let go, the magnet just takes over and closes it right up. That's super awesome. If you don't need it, you can stow it just like how we just had it. You can roll the whole thing up, keep it out of the way if you're a place where there's not bugs, which is great. There's no longer power outlets in the back. They have been moved to the inside, which I think is a really nice touch. It keeps them out of the elements. We have a 120 outlet here and a 12-volt outlet here, all right here with easy access to the brand new table. This table is a lot like the old table at first glimpse, but there is no more leg that screws in. Now you pop it open and there is this cool stainless steel cable that supports the table. To take it even another notch in awesomeness, if you're parked on a hill, you have this quick release adjustment here, this track, and you can slide this up and basically control the angle of your table for your situation. This is so handy, and I've used this a lot over the last month. One other feature that we have is the carefree awning like before, and you can deploy it with the switch right here, or now you can do it on your smartphone. And so we just pull up the Carefree app and hit the extend button. Voila. Out comes our awning. We can control the lights. I don't know if you can see this in the video, but I'm turning the lights off and on. You can also control the brightness of the lights, and it's just pretty handy. You can do the same thing if you're sitting there and it gets a little windy and you want to retract it, in it goes. One of the really exciting new changes is the fridge location. It has now been moved here to the end of the galley. It is super easy to access from inside the van or now outside the van. Loading this thing up from the grocery store is a breeze. No more like squatting in the little hallway back there by the bathroom. Now I can load this straight out of the shopping cart and into the fridge, which is really great loading up. It's the same NovaCool fridge. It's a compressor fridge, super efficient. All the things that we loved about the old fridge, but this is a little larger. It has a little more capacity, which in the last month that I've been living out of this van, I have noticed that capacity has been really handy. So big thumbs up on the new fridge. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, so we're at the back of the new Revel. A lot is the same. You have the same removable ladder. I just want to demonstrate this. There's a knob here. We turn this knob, the ladder comes off of this bracket, and now I can take this ladder and put it anywhere I want along the side and access my roof. This is not only great for cleaning solar panels and doing anything you need to do on the roof, but this ladder has the ability to move anywhere along this span on the driver's side of the rack and allow you to access it without having to go up one place and then climb around. You can just move it to where you need to go. This is a great feature. Moving on to the back of the Revel, what we've got is a towing hitch. This thing will pull 5,000 pounds with a 500-pound tongue weight. That's really great. It gives you the ability to pull all sorts of things. It's got a 7-pin plug, so it's basically plug and play for towing. As we open the doors here, you're gonna notice we've got 2 barn door style doors. A nice thing with these doors is they do go one step further and open up really wide. So if you really maybe you just want the view out of the back when you're laying in the bed, or maybe you got something really big you want to put in here, it's nice having this flexibility with the doors. Inside the doors, we have some really great little bungee storage pockets that make it good for storing all kinds of little things. You've got them on both sides. Once we're in the back, you're noticing the bed is in its up position. The bed is raised to the ceiling. This is where you have the most cavernous gear storage. This is really nice. You can get in here a dirt bike, mountain bikes. Really, you could help your buddy on moving day if you needed to. You've got a lot of options with this garage space. You're gonna notice a few things that might be a little different from what you're familiar with in previous Revels. We have another power outlet. We've got a few of these little bungee pockets. There's one on this side, 2 more over here. And underneath the flap here, we've got another roll of screen that comes down. I'll show you that in just a second. But right here we have a circuit breaker that lets us turn off and on our power system if we want to disconnect it. We've got a light switch here, which controls the lights that are now under the garage. Hope you can see that going off and on. That is a huge touch. No more dark garage. A lot of people have done this mod on their own, and I'm so glad Winnebago has followed suit. Here we have 2 dual USB ports. That is nice. And then here is our external ZAMP solar panel plug. So this is if we wanted to run an external solar panel out to add another panel, this is where it would plug in. And this is a really nice feature. Also on the floor, we have 6 tie-down points. So if you are hauling cargo back here, something that you don't want migrating around as you travel, you can easily tie stuff down and secure it off of these points. I think one of the very most exciting new features of the 2021 Revel is what is behind this panel, and this is where the electrical system is held. So I'm going to turn these 2 knobs, we're going to give it a little pull, a little shake up, and off it comes. And here we have it all to see. We have 2 125 amp hour lithium batteries. These are cool. And we also have a brand new 2000 watt Xantrex inverter. We have a couple circuit breakers and a few of the other things that go with it. But something that I've really enjoyed with me trying to learn this new system and kind of figure out what it's doing all the time is there's an app for my phone. And with a click of a button, I can see that my battery is at 99%. It also tells me the voltage, the current going in or out, the power in watts going in or out, tells me the battery temperature, and a few other things on here. And this has been really neat to see what my battery levels are actually at in real time. With this system, I have 3,125 usable watt hours of power. What does that relate to? Well, I've been camping out of this van for the last month continuously. I'm a photographer. I'm always running my computers and hard drives, plus all the other incidental things you do while you're camping. So cooking, having the lights on, charging cell phones, iPads, that sort of thing. And I've yet to get this down below 50%. We have 3 ways to charge them. We have the traditional plug in the wall shore power, right? We also have solar on the roof. And the new exciting way is we have a dedicated alternator under the hood that its only job in life is to pump power into these batteries. Now, in my month of using this van, in my real world tests, I found that with a moderate drive, these things are back up to 98, 99, 100% pretty quickly. Another nice feature is these batteries have a warming blanket around them, and if you're in extreme cold, with the flip of this switch, it activates these warming blankets, and it's going to allow your batteries to charge very efficiently in very cold temperatures. Looking up in the garage, now the bed is in its raised position. It's sucked up all the way to the ceiling, but it allows us to see a couple of new features here. Now we have 2 RAM tracks on either side here, and we have this really cool flexible storage. This is a hanging net that, gosh, you could put all sorts of things in here, from bedding to jumper cables to, you know, I don't know, millions of things. And then moving back here, we have a secondary bag, and this bag is actually deeper than it looks. It goes up into the ceiling panel here, and this would be a great place to store a first aid kit, or maybe road flares and jumper cables and things like that. I mean, really, you could put a variety of things in here. But this new storage is going to allow people to actually use this little bit of space, and it allows you to use the space that was under the bed. So this 2021 Revel is really all about making the most of every little nook and cranny in this vehicle. Just like on the side door, we have a roll of screen here. This is really great because when there's mosquitoes or any kind of creepy crawlies that you want to keep out, you have the ability to pull this down. So this comes down like so, it'll roll down. There's 2 zippers on either side. I'm going to zip those down as we go. Then this one right now is in, it's kind of a 2/3 position, meaning 2/3 of the screen comes down. This is great if you're ever camping and you need to open the back doors and it's raining and you don't want to get rain all in your bed. You have the ability now to have a fly of sorts. It kind of lets the rain hit it, slide off, but you still have access to your garage area to get the toys out. But if we really want to keep the bugs out, we're going to then take this down even further, and if you'll notice, there's Velcro and another foam tube here. This foam tube will Velcro onto the bottom, and then the sides come all the way down, and now this is completely blocked off. It is waterproof, and it's going to keep the bugs out, although if you want to keep some breeze in, there is a couple of options here where you can either open this up and get all the way through, or from the inside you can unzip the paneling and just have screen here, and that lets you get that breeze and be able to sleep maybe with the doors open, get some breeze through, keep the bugs out. It's basically a super versatile system. It allows you to do all sorts of things and protect not only from the bugs but from the elements when you have your back doors open. Another nice feature, just like the door on the side, is it has a magnetic opening here. So between the Velcro and the magnet, this thing will seal itself back shut. Boom. Just like that. And so if you did need to, say, grab something out of the back real quick, you don't have to unzip everything and go to all that hassle. You've got the magnetic closure. This works really great. If we want to fold it up, I'm just gonna reverse the zippers, raise them up. I can almost reach the top, but I'm not quite tall enough. And then once again, there's a foam tube in here. I'm gonna then roll the whole screen around this foam tube. We're gonna pass our little intermediary stops here. Keep going up. Zip the last little bit. And then it secures right here with these two clips. So if you don't need the bug or weather protection, you can still have the back of your van completely open. So it gives you a lot of possibilities. What we have here is the most defining feature of a Revel is the power lift bed. With the push of a button, this bed will go and suck up to the ceiling and get completely out of your way. This gives you a cavernous garage area here to store all kinds of things. I've seen dirt bikes and kayaks and you name it, all sorts of camping gear. Some people are putting in little bench seats and doing all sorts of custom things. This is really exciting because you have this space to make it whatever you want it to be. So now the inverse of this, you have all this space, you can bring this bed back down all the way into its sleeping position, and you have a bed that goes horizontally across the van, which is really great. Let's see, I'm just gonna push the cushions in. This will sleep someone 6'4", and how it does that is the van isn't 6'4" wide, but you do have the bump outs, the little flares on the side of the Revel van, and that's what gives you this extra sleeping space. And by being able to sleep horizontally in the van with two adults, it saves you a lot of space moving forward in the van to use that for other things. The water tank has been moved to the inside and sits behind this panel. This is going to be great for those of us who like to camp in winter conditions. Also with that, we've got a new water center here that allows us to control all of our water functions. So at the top here, we have hot and cold water. We have a shower head would come off of here, a hose, and allow us to have an outdoor shower towards the back of the coach. We have all the controls here that let you set the water up for different functions. And it's got this really neat diagram that makes this very simple and easy to figure out what's going on. We also have a water pump switch here. Let's just turn our water pump off and on. And then right here is the port where the water hose would actually connect. So we would run our hose right to here and fill away. Okay, another feature that we have that kind of sets the Revel apart from most of its competition is the use of a cassette toilet. This is kind of a European thing that's slowly catching on in the States, but you have this cool little hatch here. There's two buttons, you push those in, you pull it open. It has an insulated door. It has a seal that goes all the way around, keeps all the water and anything out as far as the weather. And then inside here, there's a little blue lever. I'm gonna lift up on that and I'm gonna pull. This whole tank would then come right out. Now this is a really easy, but most importantly, responsible way to deal with human waste as a traveler. You know, we don't wanna be leaving this stuff around. We wanna put it where it goes. And this makes it so simple and hygienic to take care of this. This whole tank would come out. On the bottom of it here, it has wheels. It has a handle. You can pull this thing through like luggage. It goes right back in and it just slides right into place, locks down, and you're ready to go on down the road. This can be dumped in any pit toilet, porta potty, RV dump station, or a common household toilet. So it's really easy to deal with this. When you step into the new Revel, you're gonna notice the improved dinette. This has much more comfortable ergonomics for the long haul. My daughter's gonna appreciate that. And it has a 3-point seat belt over here in the corner, which is gonna give added safety. And then if you need a 4th seat belt, there is still a lap belt here on the side. This dinette is also once again using all the space in this Revel. So they haven't left any little nook and cranny out that they could potentially give you as storage space. If we pop this cushion, it has one little snap back here that holds it in place. I'm going to just pull it off from the table here. There is a cubby hole here that has actually 2 levels of storage behind it. That's pretty nice. So underneath the bottom cushion here, we have a little handle and another cool little storage space. This could be used for a lot of things. We have been keeping our countertop extension in here, which this is a cool little gizmo that extends our countertop out and just gives us more space if you're cooking and you just need a little more counter space. This easily snaps right off though, and I think this is a great place to keep it. You can keep it a lot of places though. And even with this in here, there's still quite a bit of room for other things. So that's really nice. And then as we keep working our way down, we have one more hatch under the foot section of the passenger, and it's a nice little storage box here. Gosh, it's you could put a lot of things in here as well. So this is kind of nice, a good use of space. Then moving forward from the dinette, we have a new pedestal table. This is really simple, really easy to get it out of your way if you don't want it, and it's really solid when you're using it. It allows it to spin, to be closer, further for the driver's seat or the dinette, or you can just kind of have it right in the middle. Either way, I think this is going to be a really nice addition for people who want to work in here, let alone use it for dinners and whatnot. So to take the pedestal table apart, if you decide you don't need it or just want to get it out of the way, you just simply lift up on it. There's a little socket in there that allows it to come right out, and then this aluminum pipe comes out as well. And these 2 things can be stowed in the closet or in the back, or really anywhere you want. And then it gives you a complete open space here with a little more room to spread out. Another feature that's really nice is the ram tracks that are mounted up here. This allows us to mount our iPad anywhere we want on these ram tracks. There's one here, there's another one over the Galley, and they're super easy to use, and you can get a million sorts of accessories that will allow you to mount your phones, tablets, or geez, all kinds of things. Next to the ram mount, we have 2 more power outlets here. That is really nice. Down below here, we have more power outlets. All the power outlets are connected into the inverter, so they will power up when you're off the grid. That's really nice. We also have these amazing double pane windows. These things are very insulative, and they also open up like an ice cream truck to allow you to have them open when it's raining. You also have a full blackout blind or a screen, and you can have them at any level you want. When we move up to the cabinetry in the 21 Revel, we have folded aluminum. This is quiet, super durable, and ultra thin, which means we get more storage space for our given cabinet volume. This stuff is great. They're all constructed the same way with the aluminum. I think it's a great touch. And then a nice new feature is what we're calling the slam latches. And the slam latches are very secure. They lock it in, and you just have to open this little thing to get them out, but you slam them shut. I've had this on some pretty rough, washboarded, rocky dirt roads in Wyoming, and I didn't once have a cabinet malfunction. So this is going to be great. Inside this new cabinet over the dinette, we have some exciting new features. We have a 110 power outlet that's powered by the inverter. We have a dual USB outlet. We have a 12 volt outlet. And we also have this new little port that allows us to run cables through the ceiling and out onto the roof for things like cell boosters or Wi-Fi boosters. One of the best examples of the versatility of the Revel is its closet/bathroom. Now this bathroom is kind of unique. It can be a shower, a regular toilet style bathroom, or a full closet, or any combination of. It is up to you to decide that. You have these bamboo shelves that are great. They can move into a couple of different positions to allow you the storage capacity that you need. It also has a clothes hanging rod in the top of the shower. This is great. Say you just left the beach and you've got wet wetsuits and you're trying to hang them up somewhere where they don't get the rest of your van sandy or wet. They can drip into the drain here. And then in the top of the shower here, there is a powered fan that goes up and down, and you can engage this and it will allow you to suck dry air through your shower, dry your wet clothes as you're going to your next destination. This is really versatile. Then on top of all that, we have a traditional shower head over here. So you can remove the shelves, get in it as a full walk-in shower, or you can just remove maybe the bottom shelf and get that out of the way. And then you have access to the toilet. Now the toilet has the ability to either use it with the bowl facing out, or you can swivel it and use it as a full walk-in bathroom where you can close the door and use the toilet in there. Really, this space is up to you to create whatever you want, and that is the beauty of this. That is the beauty of the Revel, is it gives you the option to make it your own and make it perfect for you. We have a new galley configuration in the 21 Revel. This is really neat in that we have our fridge location has moved to the end of the galley. This gives us great access from outside the door for loading groceries, or obviously inside. It's just a really convenient place. This is still a compressor driven fridge, and the nicest thing of them all is it's 20% larger. Also, we have an extended countertop here. There's a little more space maybe than before, and I'll get to that. We have a corner sink that is nice and roomy with a high faucet. That's gonna be easy to get larger pots and pans in. If we open this drawer here, what do we find? We find our induction cooktop stove is now movable. We can take this and we can use it right here, just as before, or we can use it outside on our flip down table, or we could take it off to a picnic table in a campground. We can use it virtually anywhere, which is really nice. And when we don't need it, we can tuck it away here and enjoy the added counter space that we have. There is a countertop extension that comes out here that gives us even a little more room. And as we move back, we've got 3 new drawers. And probably the most interesting of the 3 is the bottom one now is a waste bin drawer. So you could use this for a variety of things, but the idea is that you can put a small waste basket in here and have a place for that. Over the cockpit area, there is an aluminum cab over shelf. This is a great place to store things you need to get to quickly. The modern Sprinter van has many of the features that you've come to expect in a Mercedes car. We have adaptive cruise control, navigation, lane assist, CarPlay. We have so many great features. It really makes for a great driving experience. This is our Revel's master control panel. Right here we have our Euroloft bed system. This is what raises and lowers the bed back in the back. This is our hydronic heating system. This allows us to use our diesel heat to give us hot water and hot air. This is the Revel's hydronic heating control. It is touch activated. It's a very intuitive design. What we have here is our hot air. We turn that button and it's all touch screen, hot water. Then this is our thermostat control. This is the current temperature. And then we click here at the bottom and we can drag this to any temperature we want. Very simple, very intuitive. These are some of our light switches. This right here is the power for the on-off buttons for our battery. This is our lithium batteries. Right here is our one place. This allows us to turn off and on our water pump, to monitor battery levels, and to check tank levels. Here is our inverter controller for our 2000 watt inverter. And here is our solar charge controller. This just lets us see what's going on the roof with the solar panels and the conditions of our batteries. And then this switch here is a master on-off circuit breaker that allows us to turn the whole power system off for the whole Revel. Okay, so here I am in the bed, in the most comfortable place in the Revel van, and there's one last feature that literally blew me away. What I mean by that is I am in the middle of nowhere, Colorado right now. I'm in the most beautiful location. I am totally off the grid, probably 20 miles from the nearest power outlet. And it's summer, it's almost August here now, and it's getting kind of warm. So one of the things that really blew me away with this Revel is on a hot afternoon, I can do this all off my phone. That is the AC running full, high, cool, kicking out cool air into the cab, cooling it off on a hot day when I have to do some work or maybe a Zoom meeting or whatever, and I need to be indoors and be comfortable. So the big kicker for this is I'm doing this all off of the batteries here. This is running off the lithium batteries, and I have cool air miles and miles from the nearest power outlet. So thank you guys for watching this video on the 2021 Winnebago Revel. I would encourage each and every one of you to go see one of these at your local Winnebago dealer, because if you think it sounds great in this video, wait until you're in here. You're getting to experience all this for yourself. This is truly a transformative vehicle for me. It's taken me so many amazing places and given me so many wonderful experiences, not just for me, but for my whole family. So I hope that all of you get out there and have a great summer and a great fall and get to do some of those things that you've always been dreaming about. I think this Revel is just the tool to take you on your journey. Thank you for following along. My name is Peter Holcomb from Famagogo, and I hope we see you down the road.